Jimmy Kimmel is set to return to his late night show tonight. This news came from the parent company, ABC, in a statement, and here's some of that statement. Last Wednesday, we made the decision to suspend production on the show to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country. It is a decision we made because we felt some of the comments were ill timed and thus insensitive. We spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy. And after those conversations, we reached the decision to return the show on Tuesday. Now, previously, ABC announced Kimmel's show would be preempted indefinitely. Kimmel's cancellation, temporary cancellation, came after his comments about Charlie Kirk's death. Before the network's decision was announced, FCC Chairman Brendan Carr called for Kimmel's suspension over the comments. Unions that represent entertainment professionals and TV writers condemned that move. While ABC Disney has brought back Jimmy Kimmel, Sinclair and Nexstar will not be broadcasting the program for now. Sinclair is exploring, it says, a possible divestiture of its local broadcast stations. Nexstar is acquiring Tegna, another station group. Both transactions require regulatory approval. So the corporation posted this. Beginning Tuesday night, Sinclair will be preempting Jimmy Kimmel live across our ABC affiliate stations and replacing it with news programming. Discussions with ABC are ongoing as we evaluate the show's potential return. I don't usually catch Jimmy, but I think he's talented. And I think this whole thing is, I won't call it a joke because I do think silencing people is a huge problem. I have a problem with ABC's statement that presumably came right from the top, talking about this painful time for the country. Painful for who? The Kirk family, for sure, people who loved him,
real
for sure.
America.
But it seems to ignore other people who have legitimate issues with content. I'm just going to put a period there. They have legitimate issues with content and not talking about Jimmy Kimmel's content. It's an issue. And there's been lies that have been told about the degree and the height of celebrating a man's brutal murder. I didn't see that. Not saying it didn't happen, but I did not see that. And the heightening of it is the lie, in my view. What do you think about the move? I just think this is some sucker stuff. I do. And I haven't really said this before. This is some sucker nonsense. You understand? The way ABC handled it, I'm not saying that this is an uncharted territory, but this is just nonsense. All of this is nonsense. And very few people are willing to say it because when they do, their lives are impacted in ways they don't deserve. What say you?
Yeah, I think that not much longer from now, it's not even like 50 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, we're going to look back at so much of this and be scratching our heads like, how the hell did we actually go down this path so deep? And how embarrassing and pathetic it is for an organization like ABC to just, oh, we got to get rid of him, or what? Trump will tweet at you like, what's he really gonna do? Y'all the ones who fund the government at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like the big corporations in this company. What do you really have to lose? Y'all already run the country. You already control everything. And how pathetic and sad is it that such a petty buffoon of a man can strike so much fear in these people. I hope Jimmy Kimmel was like, man, y'all better pay me more. And that's what I would have done. I've been like, man, nah, y'all gonna have to pay me more or I'll go somewhere else. I mean, I've seen Jimmy here and there, and I mean, whatever. How good he is really is irrelevant to what happened in the situation. It really, like we could sit here and talk about what we think of his talent, but that's really besides the point. This was a pathetic move. And unfortunately, it's really just a result of the incentives that this system that we have operating give off. Of course, these corporations are going to do that because they want more money now.
divide and conquer is a real thing, right? Had everyone just stuck together on some core principles from the law firms, the schools who capitulated, ABC. This is the second time, right? And last time you paid out money when Stephanopoulos barely, I don't know what he said that was, you wouldn't have won the lawsuit, Paramount, all of it. It's just, if you would just stick together on core principles, things would get better. Because these corporations who, as you said, Jackson, love that money, gotta get that money. He'll be back. He's gonna keep coming back because it's fun. It's stimulating for people who seem to be afflicted by narcissism. He's only going to keep coming back. What bully do you know who takes your lunch money one day? And I'm tired of hearing about the lunch money thing, even though I just said it. But he does it one day and then he never comes back for more. Do you know one? Just give me one case where the bully didn't come back for more. I'll wait.
No, no, that's not how we work. That's not how we work. I mean, even if you're not like overtly a bully, like we take what we can, just across the board. We may do it with more ethics, we may do it with more consideration than others, but especially if you're a bully and you don't have consideration for how you're harming others, and these big corporations certainly don't. Even out, not just the media companies, the pharmaceutical companies, the big oil companies, and then also the media companies, in a sense that they really don't show the objective truth of what's happening. They push narratives and they try to keep audiences fed with things that don't really challenge or rock the boat, which is not what journalism is.
Yeah.
CNN has like the worst
Yeah.
panels. Their panels are terrible. The dumbest conversations about nothing, and nothing of real insight or significance
And
is being
feigned
said. Yeah.
upset. you know, they
Yeah.
have Scott Jennings on saying horrific things, but is he suspended? I don't
Like,
know.
why was that, what's the woman's name who was like with The Biggest Loser, and she got caught up in like a bunch of controversy and stuff because she was like, "Oh, stop blaming
Oh,
white
Jillian
people."
Michaels.
Like, why is she even on the CNN panel in the first place? Like, why does it, like, why is she just for a channel that's reaching so many people in the nation, and you're about politics in the news? Like, why is she
It
here?
seems to be a simple formula. You say things that are offensive to a good number of people, right? Not everyone, but a good number of people. And there's your golden ticket. You're invited to the panel.
Get them views so they can get them ad dollars.
Well, I don't know how many views they're getting.
Yeah,
This
not
is
as many as they used to, for
Well, it's
sure.
true, but we're all fighting for the audience, at least this network of truth and integrity, and not afraid to even say when something gets messed up. Has loyalty. They've earned loyalty with this family atmosphere. That's why I love it.